right, everybody, another Schmolke investment team practice report. Mike Scarborough, Buddy Songy, and look who's behind us. John Eads from WAFB, a special guest. It's always good to have an extra set of eyeballs, and we got to see the entire practice today out here at LSU, and they were outdoors, and I had a lot of standouts. I'm sure y'all had notes, but Buddy, go ahead. Give us some of your thoughts.
Good morning, everybody. Tuesday afternoon, week 2 for us, practice number 6. Gorgeous day out here. We saw 7-on-7. We saw 11-on-11. We'll get into the gist of it. This team is starting to come together. We keep thinking, guys, that DJ Chester's going to play guard, but Braylon Moore has not ascended to the number 1 spot just yet. He's a little smaller. DJ Chester, of course, is a redshirt freshman, was pretty good last year, learned on the job. Obviously, Tyree Adams at left tackle. A lot of guys looking at left guard, including Paul Mubinga. And, of course, on the right side, Weston Davis, I think, standing out at right tackle. Right guard, Cohen Eccles and a bunch. Looking at the line of scrimmage, we got plenty to talk about. INTs from Osbury and 21. You got to love this little guy that's not the biggest guy, but making plays. And, of course, as always, Mike, pretty much not too many injuries so far with the camp here in 2025.
All right, John, your thoughts?
Yeah, Michael Turner with that interception. I thought he had a really good day. He played wide receiver in high school. I believe it.
Curtis.
Was it Curtis? Gotcha.
Yep.
Curtis there, and he's transitioned to corner. He's only 158 pounds, but he's lanky and has good ball skills, tracking skills. I thought it was a great day for the defense overall.
And he caught that on Barry and Brown, the interception, right?
I believe so. Yeah. It was a go route down the sideline there, coming towards us, and made a great play on it. And with that said, I think it was a great day for the defense. I thought they had a lot of wins, especially in the one-on-ones and the 7-on-7. They even got some pressure when they did the team drill at the end there. I think the defensive end room is stacked. You know, Jack Pyburn, Jamari Butler, Patrick Payton, Gabe Relaford. I mean, that's your top 4, I think, as of right now. And I wouldn't be mad seeing any combination of those 4 at any time. So love how the defense is looking early.
Well, Buddy touched on it. It's like, you know, we keep watching the ones and we're charting out who's on the offensive line. And DJ Chester's not just going to roll over and let Braylon Moore take that job. And, you know, you see each quarterback get their turn and going up and down the field. And it's been DJ Chester the majority of the time in front of Garrett Nussmeier. And he had some nice throws today. The balls weren't sailing like they were on Saturday with the wind that was whipping up on Saturday. And, of course, if you saw our practice report, Buddy and I got kind of wet on that one. But, yeah, it's had some nice out routes to Trey-Dez Green. Bauer Sharp had a really nice one on the sideline there towards the end. I had a whole slew of standouts, but what else did you see, Buddy?
Well, we were just going to say that when you start talking about the depth, look, none of this is etched in stone. They're working a lot of guys in and out. I'll tell you what, I see Trey-Dez Green and Bauer Sharp. You're going to see a lot of 12 personnel. Now, we heard this last year, and we see a lot of stuff in the spring, and then you get to the fall, and they get a little different and sometimes more conservative. But you're going to see 14 and 10 on the field a lot. Obviously, 0, 1, and 3 are your starting wide receivers, Xavier Thomas, Aaron Anderson, and Chris Hilton. But, man, really good depth. Glad to see Nick Anderson coming around. He's been gimpy. Barry and Brown is a speedster, number 6. He's going to be your kickoff return guy. And, of course, Destin Hill had a big day. He had a big day, number 2. Kyle Parker still in the red jersey coming back from the injury, so a lot of depth at wide receiver. We ain't even talking about Colin Billiot and Teron Francis, the 2 freshmen that are backing up. And so a lot of depth, and I thought that Nuss did okay at times, had some nice completions. But once again, I agree with John. I thought the DBs, also Deshaun Spears, number 10, a safety, had a pick. He's got to step up and play. Safety, in my opinion, guys, is still a big question that needs to get some answers going into the fall camp.
Absolutely. Go ahead, John. Anything else? Again, Destin Hill. The thing I like about him, he's physical.
Yeah.
He's got some speed. He's wearing he's got like an upper brace on. What does he have? A hamstring issue? What's going on with him?
Maybe a knee because it's on his left.
Yeah, but I don't see where that brace goes all the way down to his knee.
Yeah.
Does it?
You might be right. It might cut off right before.
Yeah.
He's running fine though. I mean,
yeah.
A nice catch between 2 defenders in the cover 2. Good ball by Nuss. couple of the things I picked up on. Brad Davis spending a lot of time with the tackles specifically. You know, he'll call them over. They'll do their own separate drills away from the centers and the guards. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Maybe he's just really trying to hammer home that.
Well, yeah, he had. I wrote that down. He had Ethan Callaway versus Weston Davis,
yep,
and Karius Kern versus Tyree Adams, and was really working them in pairs. So
those are your 4 tackles right now, getting most of it. Josh Thompson probably going to be back here when we get out here Saturday. Our next availability is Saturday. We'll see if Thompson's a guard or a tackle. You guys know I love 57. I don't know if he's going to be a left tackle. I don't know if he's going to be moving in, but he's one of those physical guys, John and Mike, that LSU needs to have more physicality. And when you recruit it and you develop it, you're going to see some 330, 40-pound guys that don't have the baby fat. This is a question on Braylon Moore. He's listed at 300. Is he going to be big enough to handle the center spot in the SEC? And we know how physical it gets. Jay, you got some 350. Florida's got a 400-pound plus D lineman that you'll see Braylon Moore. So DJ Chester doing a good job right now. But Karius Kern, also Solomon Thomas took a step backwards today, a little bit gimpy, but a lot of offensive linemen and defensive linemen with more size this year.
One other thing that I'd like to say is that Austin Osbury had a great day at linebacker. He's playing that star position, and I think this is kind of a blessing in disguise, having Whit Weeks out and Harold Perkins out with an injury, because these guys, Devon Keys, Wet Weeks, Austin, West Weeks, excuse me, Austin Osbury, you know, they're getting a lot more reps at those positions. They're taking the reps with the ones here in the spring. So when it comes to fall camp and even the season itself, you've got some really good depth there. So if somebody has to take a play off, or you just want to kind of rotate guys in certain situations, you can do that because they're in here getting some really good opportunities and developing at this point in the season, which could help in the fall.
Thanks a lot, buddy. You couldn't have just went all the way around, could you? I saw Whit Weeks out there with the headband on the sideline. He's got a cool look with the long blonde hair.
He's active in there, though. He's giving guys pointers. He's not just sitting on the sideline observing because he's injured. You know, Perk is in there as well, Princeton Malbrew. They're all kind of helping out however they can and staying engaged, which you like to see.
All right, now tell me, your eyes are better than mine. They had some recruits there today. Did you notice who any of them were?
The only one that I noticed was Elijah Haven. He was on the sideline with his dad.
Okay.
Didn't get a video.
I thought it was him. And we've actually got an update on Elijah Haven in the hopper on Tiger Bait. All I got to do is hit a button that's going live, so be on the lookout for that this afternoon. Let's see. Schmolke Investment Team, of course, brings you these practice reports. Are you ready to take control of your financial future? Time is running out. With market fluctuations and economic uncertainty, now is the moment to act. Don't let another day pass without a solid financial plan in place. At the Schmolke Investment Team, their experienced financial advisors are here to help you navigate these challenging times. And from retirement planning to investment strategies, they provide personalized strategies tailored to your needs. Don't wait until it's too late. Give them a call at 318-448-3201 or visit www.smolketeam.com or stop by their office at 128 Versailles Boulevard in Alexandria today. Your financial future depends on decisions that you make today. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA/SIPC. All investing involves risk, including loss of principal. No strategy assures success or protects against loss. Known Bart and Brian for over 20 years, close to 25 probably. Yeah, definitely 25. Great family, great people. And you absolutely want to give them a chance to earn your business and start helping you plan your financial future.
A lot of volatility once again in the market. We had a couple of green days Friday and yesterday. Today is down a little bit. That's the great thing about Bart and Brian. They will guide you through it. By the way, folks, we talk a little cornerback. Jakeem Jackson looks like the part. Everybody knows Corey had a relationship with him. Ashton Stamp, so far I see him. We know that he started last year and gave up some balls, but I think he's gotten a little bit better. And then, of course, Mansour Delane coming over from Virginia Tech and DJ Pickett. Those are probably your first 4 corners. And the Mandy Spicy tidbits, folks. Safety, you got to get better play. Good to see Deshaun Spears cut in and make a big INT. Tamarcus Cooley, 0. Javian Toviano, 25. And here's another name, Joel Rogers, 22. You're going to see 22 on defense, Joel Rogers. And, oh, by the way, we talked to Harlan Berry's daddy before practice on Saturday. He tells me he's weighing 184. Look for him to be in the slot and catch a lot of balls in space. This guy's not big enough to run inside the tackles, but, man, you're going to be excited to see him.
I tell you what, I watched Harlan Berry on one of those inside runs, and he was getting knocked around like he was in a pinball machine, and he kept his balance. He's not fearful of going inside. And, yeah, I know he's got legs of a wide receiver, but, man, it's going to be hard to not give him some opportunities as a true freshman. Some other notes I had real quick. Let's see. I had Karis Kern. I keep marveling at his size. And Destin Hill, again, who we talked about. Berry and Brown had a really nice grab. And, of course, Harlan Berry. There was a really nice pass that was nuts to Hilton early on. Beautiful one. I wish we could have had film of that one. And then Caden Durham had a nice run where he hit the sideline and turned it upfield for a touchdown. And, again, we keep going down the line. Your starting offensive line, 71, 65, 61, 78, 75. Tyree Adams, Mubinga. Then you had, Braylon Moore coming in for DJ Chester, Cohen Eccles, and Weston Davis. That's your number 2 group. So,
yep.
But Adams, Mubinga, Chester, Eccles, and Weston Davis is kind of how it's been.
No doubt about it. John, I also got a little chance to see the punting, and folks, I got to tell you, it's not there yet. Badger Hargett had a couple good punts. So all of them had a couple of good points, but remember, with the win, you only have one snapper in Jonathan Ferguson. Punting is going to be something that you hope that, and by the way, we're talking about the special teams guy coming over from Grambling, hearing that those guys and those units have blocked some punts. We were talking before practice, when's the last time you've seen LSU not only block a punt, but even go after a punt? Special teams, you're going to see a bunch of special teams in that stadium. Not a full spring game, but as you know, last time with BK, he explained what they're going to do with the spring game on April 12th. Fan opportunity with autographs after that open practice.
Player interviews today. Also going to have a lot of footage that shot today from practice up here on our YouTube channel, LSU Tigers on Tiger Bait. And I think we get Jay Johnson tomorrow, the preview, the road trip. And, of course, we all know the LSU women play at 9:15 Saturday night.
I saw you had a couple comments about that.
Eads, what does that do to y'all? We cover, and it's crazy busy, but it's really bad for y'all. I guess the saving grace is both baseball and softball are out of town this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing it does for us is that Kevin Baptiste, my coworker, he's obviously not happy about being up till midnight, 1 in the morning. I think Jacques got a Red, Rock, and Blue event or something.
Yes, he does.
He's not going to be there.
I think he did that on purpose.
Maybe. He may have. I know he's not fired up about the potential of going to Spokane. Just, obviously he's fired up to go for the basketball part of it, but not so much for the traveling aspects after Albany last year.
Right. Yeah, Albany had no restaurants. They had nowhere to eat. You get out of the arena. These are media problems. But, yeah, it's getting to Spokane isn't easy. Whether you're flying out of New Orleans or Baton Rouge, it's connecting flights, and it's long.
Well, let me just say this about Saturday. We've got practice availability Saturday morning. Softball is at Georgia at 5. LSU gymnastics at the SEC gymnastics meet at 7 in Birmingham, I think. LSU Texas, once again, first game on Friday night, 7 o'clock on the SEC Network, 6 o'clock and 2 o'clock Saturday and Sunday, and then women's basketball.
This is going to tell a lot. I mean, I know this is a football practice report, but this baseball weekend is going to be big.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Going to find out about how good softball and baseball are on the road this weekend.
All right, anything you want to add on the way out?
I think you kind of talked about Delane. I just want to say he had a really good practice, man. He really impressed me coverage-wise. I think he's come in and really impressed and maybe locked down one of those starting jobs. He had a rep against Chris Hilton today where he tried to get separation inside 2 different times, and he ran the route for him and did everything but catch the interception. So if they can continue to see that from him and some of these DBs, man, I think this defense can take a huge step this year at full strength.
Let me add one little tidbit. You're going to love number 6, Patrick Payton. He is going to come in here. He's probably going to play on every third down. You know they're going to have a specialized group in there with the cheetah package. Jack Pryburn, we've been talking him up. He only had 1 sack. You're going to have specialists that come in. You mentioned Jabari Butler from Nebraska. Also, don't sleep on Patrick Payton and those edge rushers, Kalaj Cobbins and others. Inside, Ahmad Bro, Dominic McKinley, Sean Washington, a lot of depth being developed there. Not a lot of linebackers, 5 linebackers out this spring. And once again, tight end, I got to say, Donovan Green, I thought had his best practice of the day. We'd seen him mostly blocking. He's got some wheels. And so 14 and 10 are going to play a lot, but 88's going to play also. You know BK, he loves the tight ends. You're going to see a lot of 12 and 13 personnel this year.
He was a freshman All-American at A&M and then had an ACL injury.
Right.
Now he's trying to get back to full strength. So they're deep in that room. They got a lot of options. I think more than last year.
He was absolutely a guy that made sense to take a flyer on. If he can get back to form, you know, because that's Buddy kind of looks at me like I'm crazy sometimes, but I keep saying they need another receiving tight end, and so man, you know, we know what Tradez can do, and I think Bauer Sharp's there, but boy, if you had one more, and then of course I think Tradez is going to get to where you want him to be as far as an every down guy that can block and help you in the run game. But you know, that's really I think that's part of the reason why he cut basketball short, don't you? You know, to get back in the strength and conditioning and put on some weight.
Yeah, he lost 5. They got him listed at 240. I'm probably sure they want him to get up 245, 250 for the fall.
Yes.
All right, everybody. That's another Schmolke Investment Team practice report in the books. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the other side. Our YouTube channel loaded with content. If you hadn't hit that subscribe button, please go ahead and do that. Notification bell, the works, and we'll see you on the other side. All right, buddy. Have a good one.